guys, it's Boki from Juki Junkies, home to Gigi's fabric shop, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about all the different options that you have for your Juki TL to achieve zipper. So all the different zipper feet that are available to you. So in this video, we're going to go over all the different options. We're going to go over pros and cons and just show them in action so you can decide which one's best for you. All right, so let's go over all the feet that I'll be talking about in this video so that way you can follow along. I'm going to be talking about the hinged zipper feet options. There are two available on JukiJunkies.com. There's the 2.5mm as well as the 3mm, so we're going to be talking about both of these. We're going to be talking about the adjustable zipper foot as well. This comes with some of the TLs too, but we're going to be talking about this as a great option too. We're going to be talking about the invisible zipper feet. This is kind of a different type of zipper, but it still counts as a zipper foot. It comes in a plastic and a metal, so we'll be comparing those, doing those pros and cons. And then as a bonus, I'm throwing in the left and right compensating 1.5mm feet because these have a lot of different applications that you can use them for, zippers being one. So let's go over each one of these individually. I'm going to show you how to use them and those pros and cons. All right, so the first foot that we're going to start off with is one of those hinged zipper feet. The 3mm is what I have installed on the machine right now, and I'm going to do a little close-up of the foot for you guys so you can see how the back side has a little spring located. The hinged zipper feet have that spring, which is really nice because it's going to help surf over, fluctuations in your fabric. Sometimes it gets thicker, thinner, whatever. This foot has that spring, so it'll be able to handle that. Any foot with a spring is going to be really nice in handling multiple layers. So I'm just have a little sandwich here that kind of reflects a zipper. So just my front and back, got the zipper there. And I'm gonna place the project underneath and put the foot right on the edge of this pink fabric. The closer you get to the left side of this foot, the more accurate stitch you're gonna get. So the 3mm is gonna translate into 1/8 of an inch, and then the 2.5mm is gonna be more like 1/16 of an inch. And we'll go over the pros and cons there. So just following the edge, I have my stitch length set at about 3, a little bit over 3, a nice top stitch length there. And we're just gonna go ahead and start sewing, following the left edge of that foot with our pink fabric, so that way we can get the most accurate stitch out possible. When you're ready, you can cut it, lift up that presser foot, and we should have a beautiful stitch out. That first tick mark is 1/8 of an inch. So it's going to give you that nice consistent 1/8 of an inch, which is really practical in zippers. It's really practical in most top stitching projects. So that's how you use that foot. Let's put the 2.5mm on there, and then we'll talk about the pros and cons on each. Alrighty, so now we have that 2.5mm installed onto our machine. So this one's going to be just shy of that true 1/8 of an inch. So somewhere between 1/16 and just shy of 1/8. So remember, this one is much more narrow, and we'll do a little side by side of those feet so you guys can see the 3mm and the 2.5mm, but it's just 0.5 of a difference. So it's not going to be a drastic difference, but if you're looking for an accurate 1/8 of an inch, the other one's going to be the better option. So here we have that 2.5mm on there. Let's just follow the left part of the foot to the pink fabric, just like we did on the other foot. And once we're done, go ahead and cut that. So here's our stitch out. Just taking the ruler to measure here. It's just, literally just under that true 1/8 of an inch like this side is. This part is really, really accurate. So over here we have the 3mm, over here we have the 2.5. So remember, this one is just shy of that true 1/8 of an inch. All right, the next foot that we have on the machine now is going to be the adjustable zipper foot. This is a standard accessory that comes on the TL18 and the TL15, so this could be an optional accessory depending on which machine you have. So this foot here is more of like an L shape. There is no spring located on the back side, so of course you can imagine some limitations with this foot. Back here there's a little screw, so that way it's called the adjustable zipper foot for the reason of when you loosen this up, you can move this foot to the left or to the right of the needle depending on what stage of your zipper you're at. Maybe you're more left-handed, maybe you're more right-handed, so it depends if you want to top stitch from the left to the right, but it's adjustable so you can get as close or as far as possible. The most important thing here is just to make sure that whenever you have it set and you tighten that screw in the back, that it's not hitting the actual foot itself. Alrighty, so same kind of idea here. We have our zipper. We're following the left side of the foot, and of course if I had it switched over to the right part of the zipper, I'd follow the right part. So we're just going to pop that presser foot down, and we're going to start sewing. we're gonna snip. And as you can see here, it got really, really close to the edge. That's definitely one of the pros on this foot, is that depending on how far you adjust it over, you know, to the left or to the right, it depends on how close you'll get it. So you can see here, this is extremely close. Like this is more like a 1/16 of an inch, maybe even closer, because it's like right on the edge. So there you can see that. And some pros and cons on this foot are going to be pros. It's adjustable. You can set it to the left and the right. You don't need two different feet. You can get it as close or as far as you need it. This foot's also going to be really nice for somebody who does piping because you can get really close to the edge. Some cons are going to be that it doesn't have the spring, so it's not going to surf over, you know, different types of thicknesses. If you maybe have a bag that you're going over lots of bulk or something like that, it gets that to that bulky point. This foot's not going to do a good job of surfing over it. This one's better for those flat stitches, you know, flat sort of applications. So keep that in mind when deciding which one you want. So right here we have the invisible zipper feet. I don't have an invisible zipper on me at this moment to show you, but for my garment sewers, you'll definitely appreciate this option. Juki does have two that you can select from, the plastic and the metal. Obviously the plastic one's gonna be a little bit more affordable, but they do both have pros and cons. So the plastic one is gonna be nice and affordable. It's gonna be able to do your invisible zipper feet, but the con is gonna be that it doesn't have a spring. As you can see here, it's just one solid piece of plastic, kind of like that adjustable zipper foot that we saw previously. So it's not going to surf, it's not going to do anything, it's just going to stay in place. Greater for those flatter applications. This one over here is the metal one. The pro is going to be that it's going to be able to fluctuate over different types of thicknesses. It's going to handle a little bit more versatility, a little bit more pricey, but you're gaining versatility there. They're both going to do the job great. You're going to do invisible zippers with no problem. You just got to decide which one would fit your needs better. So next on the lineup, now that we've covered the 5 different zipper feet that Juki has specified for zippers, I did want to throw in the left and right compensating foot 1.5 millimeter, just because something is labeled zipper foot doesn't mean that it has to be exclusively used for zipper feet, and just because something doesn't say zipper foot in it doesn't mean you can't use it for zippers. So you just got to get creative and find your preference. The left compensating foot is the one that I have installed on the machine right now. There is a right one as well, really great. They have a spring-loaded system in the back, a nice little guide with a groove so everything sits nice and snug. It helps feed the material through really great. The left compensating foot I love. I'm obsessed with it. I use it all the time for my machine binding. We have an in-depth video on this foot that you guys can watch. It's in the description down below. But you can use it for binding, zippers, you know, top stitching. It's really great for lap stitching too. That's kind of what these feet were designed for. So I always tell people, if you're more left-handed or right-handed for zippers, that's kind of how you decide which one you'd like, because really you'll just turn the project over. And then if you're more left-handed or right-handed, you'll still be able to do both sides of the zipper. So it just depends on which one you're more dominant with, which one makes more sense for you. The left compensating foot is my favorite because of that binding application. So when I sew my binding onto the back and flip it over to the front, you'll need to use the left compensating foot to stitch it down. If you like to do it vice versa, or, you know, reverse, stitch it to the top of the quilt, turn it to the back, then you would need the right 1.5. All right, so here I have it on the machine, the left 1.5 compensating foot. And when I put the presser foot down, that little left guide is gonna sit right along the edge of the pink fabric. There's a little groove right here on the foot, so it's gonna sit right in that little nook and cranny. And it's gonna help me stay super consistent with zippers. Like, this foot is by far my favorite, and it's not even labeled for zippers, and I use this all the time. Look how close we were able to get that. It's super consistent front and back, and it has multiple uses. I can use it for binding, zippers, and the foot's not even called a zipper foot. So take it in. These definitely have pros and cons too. Pros, you know, they're very versatile. Maybe the con could be on this one is maybe you don't want it that close to the edge. Maybe you want it a little bit farther. Maybe you want it a little bit closer. Again, it's just down to the person and the application. But these are a great option with the spring system, the guide. You're going to stay super straight. These definitely have the pro of having a little groove and guide because they'll keep you the straightest possible. So I hope you guys enjoy these, and definitely check out the video of me using it in the binding as well. Alrighty, you guys, and that's that. All your options for zippers. Let your mind wander and just really take in all that information to decide which one is best for you in your applications at home. So if you guys didn't already know, we are JukiJunkies.com. So all these accessories that I use today, even the little ruler that I was using to measure out the seams, that's all available on JukiJunkies.com. We are a small family-owned business located here right outside of Tampa, Florida, and we ship fast. Like, we don't want your orders here for more than like 24 hours. So we get all your orders out quickly. We offer free shipping after $75. So feel free to check all these accessories out and more. We got threads, needles, sewing machines. I mean, you name it, it's on there. So check that out, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment down below which zipper foot is your favorite. Which one do you find yourself using the most, and which one you're most excited to try? Because that left compensating foot, I'm telling you guys, it's a game changer. So thank you so much. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, comment down below, share it with a friend, and we'll see you next Sunday.